first opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
First down, Marigoata. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
To Darren Waller.
23 yards on the play. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
He's across midfield.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Mariota from the gun on third down. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. And the first carry for Josh Jacobs. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Jacobs, the Raider ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
They go play action. Mariota. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Henry runs the intended receiver, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback.
Against him.
A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
His kick.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Raiders 7, Colts nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Nyheim Hines his first carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Taken down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Hines. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Eason off the play fake. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
7-yard line.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And quick throw here, that's complete.
Eason's pass.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
It's nothing.
First and 10, Eason. They'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Eason. Got his man. That's Tyrone Williams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To throw on 3rd down. Eason. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. The 30. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Raider defense delivers a score.
For the extra point.
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overramped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
4-yard line.
offense at the line and set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Second down, here's Eason. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Eason. Flushed out right. And it is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10.
48-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They'll run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And shedding through the tackle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. From the gun, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Todd Gurley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Colts nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Hines. Tanner Muse there defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun is Eason. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They're going on 4th down. Here's Eason throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Play action now. Marigoata. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mariota. And once more to Ruggs. This time to catch Nate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota going for it all. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for Henry Ruggs. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Mariota. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
At their own 19.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Taylor. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun. Eason. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up on the Calrovi Coleman. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Gurley. And Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Todd Gurley. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Colts, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spot.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it. He's having himself a game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Eason. They'll run the screen with Mack. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's the option. They throw it out right complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Well, certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On first down, it's Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Another carry now for Gurley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Marigoata. They'll buy some time right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Eason. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Play action. It's Eason. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Tanner Muse. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, but it'll be second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Eason. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyrell Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Colts get a bit closer. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Colts 7.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure.
And Gurley followed it. Gurley loose. And the Colts pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. He'll let this go deep for runs. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 45, Colts 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Huge play that time for the Colts. 44 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, Eason. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Operating from the gun. Eason steps up, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong.